Hi everyone, welcome to my broadcast. My name is Emmy. For everyone who is tuning in for the first time, I do weekly broadcasts for a few reasons. One of the reasons is to give back what I'm learning, to give back what I have learned, and what I continue to learn, because I know in giving, I receive. So I empty myself so that I can create space to learn more. And then I also do these videos to practice my speaking skills and to improve on them, and I hope to get better with time. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did. I was so busy and I enjoyed my weekend. I hope you did too. So in this broadcast, I will start with a story, a personal story, a silly childhood story. So when I was young, I think I was in preschool, first grade to second grade. So I would go to school and then come back home. And when I came back home, I'd eat lunch, and then my mother would send me to the store to buy bread. So on my way to go buy bread, bringing it back, I'll start eating it, but I'll eat with strategy. So I would dig a hole in the bread and extract all the meats like this, and then start eating it. And I'd eat it all the way. It was like about 10-minute walk. So when I got home, I'm just bringing a shell, and in my childhood thinking, I am doing it strategically so that mother doesn't realize that I ate the bread. So I'll do that, and then bring the shell home, and then mom would never ask me, and then she would do the same next day. She'll send me, hey, go buy bread. I'll do the same. And that's just a random thought that I had the other day, and it brought a smile to my face. And then I had another thought after that, and then another thought. So in this broadcast, I'd like to talk about our thoughts and our memories. So our thoughts are so powerful. Everything we do, everything we dream about, our actions begin with a single thought. So thoughts kept in check can really spiral sometimes. They could lead us to good places, or they could lead us into very dark places. So if we leave our thoughts unchecked, it could really be depressing thoughts too. So I could have been thinking of, a time when somebody wronged me, but I was so lucky I entertained the thoughts because they were good, wonderful thoughts about me and my mother and my childhood. So I got a few questions for you. When you're alone, who do you spend time with in your thoughts? How much time do you devote spending time to that particular event or to that person? And do you really think that person or that event deserves that time? I believe that our thoughts are our mind is a very intimate space that we should only give to the very few qualified people. And sometimes we are just finding ourselves thinking of the wrongs that people have done to us, and we devote a lot of time thinking about those people. Even though we no longer speak to those people, we no longer call them, we don't even say hi to them. We are so busy in our thoughts thinking about them before we go to bed. When we wake up, we are kind of bitter, we are angry, and we devote a lot of time to someone who do not deserve our intimate space. So you could tell me, hey, I am just being real. I have really sad thoughts because I had a nightmare childhood, or my life lately has been a nightmare because I have had like a series of betrayals. Nothing seemed to be working, and I'm just consumed with these thoughts of people doing really terrible and horrible things to me. Or you could say, hey, I am thinking of regret. The horrible things that I've done, I cannot just have a peace of mind because I am thinking of a past that I could have done things differently, and I'm tortured by my thoughts. And our thoughts are really important, because if we don't have peace in our thoughts, if our thoughts are torturing us, we cannot enjoy the blessings. We could have a beautiful house, beautiful family, a good husband, a good wife, a wonderful job, But if our thoughts are tormenting us, then we don't have inner peace. Inner peace is as important as anything else, as oxygen. So, if you're telling me that you can't help it because you're just being real, I hear you. Perhaps we cannot delete our thoughts. I know that we cannot delete our thoughts. But the good news is we can redirect our thoughts. We can dispute the conclusions. So if somebody was really mean to you and you're coming to a conclusion to say, oh, they did this to me, ABC, and that means I'm stupid, right? You can dispute that conclusion. Just because somebody did ABC doesn't mean you're stupid. We can change how we remember things. We can choose our thoughts. Thoughts are like a radio frequency. If you don't like the DJ, or if you don't like the presenter on a radio, if you don't like the program on the radio, you have two options. You can either switch it off or you can change the channel. So our thoughts, if you don't like the thoughts that torture you because of regrets or because of the horrible things people did, either say, I don't do that anymore. That's what I do to my thoughts sometimes. When I get angry thoughts about like something somebody did to me, random thoughts, I just tell myself, I don't do that anymore. And my thoughts obey. Oh my God. So you can say, you can stop a thought and it will obey you. So, or you can choose to think about something else. You know, there is a Bible verse in Philippians 4 verse 8. It says, whatever things are true, whatever things are right, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are admirable, whatever things are excellent, think of these things. You might not have these things at the moment. You might not have true, right, lovely, admirable, excellent, but you can create those things. And sometimes our behavior may not be acceptable to us or may not be acceptable to others, and we are holding ourselves harshly. And we are thinking of ourselves, oh my God, this is horrible. I can't stop but judge myself. So even though our behavior might not be acceptable at the moment, we can separate who we are from what we do. Who you are is not what you do. So you are worthy no matter what. And I'm going to give you an illustration. You probably have seen this illustration by people. I have 1,000 shillings. I don't know if my lighting can show you. This is Kenyan shilling. It's 1,000. It's like $10. And I have a $10 note. This note has been to so many places. A president has held this, perhaps, a drug dealer. It's been to so many places. A murderer, it's been, but the value of this money is still the same. So it's the same for you. No matter what people have done to you, no matter where you've been, you probably have been in dark places, darker than you can possibly admit to say. No matter how beat you've been, you are still worthy. You are a child of God no matter what. That never changes. Who you are never changes. So don't let what people have done to you and don't let what you have done dictate your value. You are valuable always. And that's a beautiful thought to think of. That's a place to begin if you can't think of any good thoughts. That's a good place to begin. So, a question again. When you're alone, who do you spend time with? How much time do you give to that person or event? And do they deserve it? I hope you have a very wonderful week and take care of your thoughts, take care of your intimate spaces, and God bless you guys, and thank you for tuning in.